This is life. This is death. And once you know, this is beauty. I've easily picked up over 10,000 bodies. I pick up the dead for a living. I got in this line of work through my brother. My brother Brian was 18 and he worked and lived at a mortuary funeral home. And I was 16 and I went and did my first ride along with him, and it was very surreal actually for me because I thought it was nuts. We went to a hospital and picked up somebody. You know, as we're pulling up, my brother told me to get in the back because he's not allowed to have a passenger at that time. So I jump in the back and I throw the cot, I throw the sheet, and then the cot cover, the gurney cover, all over me, and I'm in the back. And he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you had two." He goes, Yeah, I just picked up this kid. He was 16. Suicide, shot himself in the head. And I'm underneath and I'm trying not to move. I'm just like, it's a real story. And my brother, finally, when we leave, I'm like, "Why the fuck did you do that to me?" He goes, "I just want to see what you're gonna do." Because he likes to play games like that. Next thing you know, years later, he's left, and I pick up dead people. So go figure. My average day is hard to say. There's so many different things that happen in my average day, but I will tell you that I've met old people who have died naturally. I've met people who have died accidentally. Their families didn't even see it coming. Heart attack. I've also picked up children. God forbid. It's sad, but I pick them up as well. And these are the things that I get to deal with in an average day. Also trying to say a few comforting, quieting words for whatever they're going through. And they deserve much more, but I give what I can. The worst pickup I've ever had to do was a decomp. That's what we call in the business someone who has been decomposing. I picked up someone who had been dead for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, up in Santa Clarita, and I can't disclose any names or facts or anything other than the fact that the cops did not want to go in there. My partner, who was teaching me, and I was new in the business, he did not want to go in there. He couldn't handle it. So I had to go in there and take care of it on my own, and the guy was just, for lack of a better term, he was just oozing, and I mean, there was just stuff going everywhere. It was disgusting. But I just tried to grin and bear it and just do my job. That's pretty much how that was the worst call I've ever had. In my world, death care collectors, as some people might call them, are actually called first call drivers. That's what we're called. That's what we call each other. That's what we do. We're first call drivers. One thing that happens every day, I have the honor and the pleasure of picking up someone's dead loved one. And this gives me so much pleasure to be there for people when they're going through such a hard time. It's probably why I've stuck with it